Hello everyone, John Schaefer here from ammo2hooks.com, and today's video is what is the 220 Swift and what is the 220 Swift used for? The 220 Swift was developed by Winchester and introduced in 1935 as a new caliber for the Model 54 bolt-action rifle. When the Model 70 Winchester bolt-action rifle was first introduced in 1936, the 220 Swift was one of the standard calibers offered and continued to be until it was discontinued in 1964. Now the Savage Model 112V, the Ruger Model 77, and the Ruger No. 1 single shot are offered in the 220 Swift chambering. The Model 70 is no longer made with this caliber. Norma of Sweden lists the 220 Swift with a 50 grain bullet at 4,110 feet per second. And it also sells unprimed brass cases for reloading. Hornady Frontier offers 55 grain soft point and 60 grain hollow point loads. The prototype for the 220 Swift was developed in 1934 and 35 by Gossamer Wilkinson, who necked down the 250-3000 Savage as a means of achieving very high velocities. However, the final commercial version developed by Winchester is based on an old 6mm Lee Navy cartridge, neck down, and is semi-rimmed case. The 220 Swift was and still is the fastest commercial cartridge in the world. It is also one of the most accurate super velocities 22 cartridges ever developed. Its popularity has been somewhat retarded by the fact the ammunition in the caliber is expensive. Swift barrels have never been noted for long life, but this factor has been negative to a large degree by develop a modern erosion-resistant barrel steel since World War II. Factory ammunition has always featured a 48 grain and a 50 grain bullets, but the Swift will handle the 55 grain or heavier bullets quite well as slightly reduced maximum velocity. The 220 Swift is considered adequate for animals up to the deer size. There's a certain plenty of field evidence to demonstrate that on occasion it will get fantastic one-shot kills on deer and antelope. However, the 220 Swift tends to be erotic in its performance of large animals, and most states will not permit its use of big game of any kind. Properly constructed bullets would almost certainly solve this problem and on animals to mule deer size. In any case, factory bullets are designed for quick expansion in light animals. Most hunters, varmint hunters, agree that 220 Swift is the best varmint cartridge made. It remains sufficiently popular with various manufacturers occasionally chambering. In 2000 press release, Remington announced the availability of electronic ignition 220 Swift ammunition for use of its new, now defunct e-tron X rifle. The initial loading uses a 50 grain Hornady VMAX polymer tip bullet. Owing to unique powder, the ammunition will not work in conventional rifle, just as conventional ammunition will not work in the e-tron X rifle. Except for the primer, this ammunition uses conventional components. The 220 Swift, yes, is very popular, and yes, is a very good cartridge. But like the author says in this, that a lot of people seem to burn out barrels. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you look forward to seeing more. This video was what is a 220 Swift and what is the 220 Swift used for. If you like this video, see it informative, please like and subscribe, and keep on the lookout for more videos to come. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.